If you read enough online content today, you start to notice a pattern. Articles, emails, and corporate reports are starting to sound exactly the same: polite, perfectly grammatical, and completely robotic. This happens when people act as a GPT lazier. They type a broad question into ChatGPT, minimize their own effort, and blindly copy-paste the very first draft the machine spits out. But there is a different approach. A SmartGPTist treats artificial intelligence as a collaborative springboard. They actively engineer prompts to force the machine to produce high-quality, customized results. Over the next 5 minutes, you will learn the exact sequence to engineer engaging text that sounds entirely human and bypasses the usual AI detectors. To follow along, you need a specific writing task in mind, and the prompt cheat sheet linked below this video. Directing the AI as a SmartGPTist is what moves a project past the generic draft stage and into something that actually reflects your unique perspective. Step 1 is opening ChatGPT. If you have the Plus version, use the file upload feature to establish a strong baseline for your prompts. The most common mistake is starting with a mistake like, write an article about e-commerce. The machine will default to the most average, statistically likely response. Instead, explicitly upload background context. If you want career strategies, upload your personal CV to ground the AI's response in your actual experience. Next, assign the AI a highly specific analytical framework to operate within. For example, instruct it to prioritize strategies using the AHP model. The AHP, or Analytical Hierarchy Process, is a structured technique for organizing and analyzing complex decisions using math and psychology. Prevent the AI from pausing to ask clarifying questions by adding directive phrases like using your judgment. This forces the transformer to immediately execute the analysis based on its training data. A generic prompt returns a basic bulleted list of obvious ideas. Our specific setup generates a tailored, weighted pairwise matrix that directly applies your skills to the e-commerce sector. Dictating an explicit framework and context strips the AI of its default programming to be average, generating a sophisticated, high-level starting point. Even with a great outline, the raw text generation has a mechanical flaw. Because the model predicts text based on probabilities, the resulting vocabulary and sentence lengths are extremely uniform. We fix this by targeting 2 metrics. The first is perplexity, which measures the complexity and unpredictability of the text's vocabulary. This chart shows burstiness, the human tendency to write with wild variations in sentence structure, unlike an AI's flat, uniform sentences. Deploy the cheat sheet's prompt to explicitly command a high degree of perplexity and burstiness. Within that prompt, instruct the machine to change 50% of its selected nouns and verbs. This specific constraint forces natural-sounding variations in complexity while retaining the original meaning. You have to actively push back. If the first burstiness attempt feels too rigid, feed it specific feedback and run the prompt again until the rhythm matches human speech. Forcing high perplexity and burstiness breaks the machine's habit of predicting the average next word. It simulates the organic, uneven rhythm of actual human thought. ChatGPT relies heavily on a recurring crutch vocabulary to maintain topical coherence. These words instantly expose the author as a machine. Solve this using the keyword purge technique. Banning filler words like delve forces the AI to dig deeper and utilize natural human synonyms instead. The final structural giveaway is visual. AI outputs paragraphs of the exact same weight and size, creating a monotonous wall of text. Execute the final prompt to demand plain English formatting. Instruct the AI to use active voice, simple language, and personal pronouns like we. Command the AI to intentionally vary its paragraph sizes. Mixing 1-sentence chunks with 4-sentence blocks makes the text visually inviting and much easier to scan. Systematically stripping away the preferred vocabulary and formatting crutches removes the distracting markers of automation. This allows the actual value of your ideas to stand on their own. You start with a robotic, keyword-stuffed draft and end up with a breathing, dynamic final document. The effort spent crafting specific inputs and enforcing negative constraints transforms the output into something that reflects your specific expertise. Directing the machine through iterative loops and specific constraints turns the output into a collaborative work where your oversight is the primary driver. Download the prompt templates from the description below and apply this exact 4-step sequence to your next writing project. True originality in the AI era relies on directing the machine so masterfully that your unique human perspective becomes the driving force behind the technology.